All right, so you know how we love to pit fighters against each other in these imaginary scenarios?
Oh, yeah. Always a good time.
And today we've got a real humdinger, I think. Dolph Lundgren versus Yukari Oshima.
Whoa, now that's a clash of styles. For sure.
Right. I mean, talk about contrast. You got Lundgren, this absolute giant of a man known for his, like, raw power and those knockout punches. And then you have Oshima, this incredibly skilled martial artist, lightning fast, precise, you know.
Yeah, she's a legend for a reason.
So it's power versus speed, size versus technique. And our mission, should we choose to accept it, is figure out who would actually win in a fight.
I'm game if you are. Let's break it down.
Let's do it. So first, let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Dolph Lundgren. This guy is 6'5", black belt in Kyokushin karate, and he's got that, like, you know, Hollywood action hero physique.
Oh, yeah. He's intimidating, for sure.
He's seen coming at you. I mean, what do you even do?
Oh, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of one of his kicks, that's for sure.
No kidding. Yeah, it's not just size, right? This guy, he's also got a boxing background, which adds a whole other layer to his fighting style.
Absolutely. That boxing training gives him, you know, footwork, technique, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, he's not just some lumbering brute. He can move, he can dodge, and he can pack a serious punch.
And with his reach, I mean, he could probably keep Oshima at a distance, maybe even end the fight quickly if he lands a good shot.
Right. It's almost like an unfair advantage, that reach.
Well, it's definitely a factor, but then you have to consider Oshima, who's, what, like 5'3", maybe?
Yeah, something like that. She's tiny compared to Lundgren.
Right. But, you know, size isn't everything in a fight. And Oshima's got something that Lundgren can't match. Decades of experience.
Oh, yeah, this woman has trained in, what is it, karate and wushu, right?
Yep, she's a master of both. And her fighting style is all about, you know, fluidity, speed, precision. It's almost like dancing, but, you know, deadly dancing.
It's like watching a whirlwind, right? She moves so fast, it's hard to even keep track of her.
Exactly. And her strikes, they might not be as powerful as Lundgren's individually, but they're so precise and they come so fast.
Death by 1,000 cuts kind of thing.
Exactly. And you can't forget her background in those Hong Kong action films.
Oh, yeah, she was in a ton of those. Right?
Oh, tons. And those films, they're known for their crazy fight choreography, really intense stuff. So she'd be used to, you know, fighting in close quarters, adapting to her opponent's movements on the fly.
Okay, so now I'm picturing this fight. Lundgren's trying to keep her at bay using his reach, and Oshima's trying to, what, like, dart in and out, land those quick strikes, tire him out.
Yeah, that's a pretty good picture of how it might go down. It'd be like a viper versus a bear.
Oh, I like that analogy. The bear might have the initial advantage, but the viper's going to keep striking, wearing it down.
Right. A longer fight would definitely favor Oshima. Her speed, her endurance, her tactical fighting, it would all come into play.
So I got to ask, you know, based on everything we've discussed, who do you think actually wins this thing?
You know, it's a tough one to call, but I think I got to give the edge to Oshima.
Really? So speed and precision beats out size and power in the end?
It often does.
Yeah.
You know, strength's important, but it's not everything. You got to be able to adapt to exploit weaknesses, think on your feet. And I think Oshima excels at all of that.
Wow, that's really interesting. But it also raises another question, right? Could Lundgren, with his size and power, could he adapt his strategy somehow?
Yeah. Could he use his strength in a more tactical way to counter Oshima's speed?
That's the million-dollar question.
Absolutely. And that's what makes these hypothetical matchups so fun to think about.
Yeah, it's not just about who hits harder. It's about who can outsmart, who can outmaneuver their opponent.
Exactly. It's a battle of minds as much as it is a battle of bodies.
Totally. And sometimes the underdog, the one you least expect, can pull off a surprise victory.
You got right. Never underestimate the power of skill and strategy.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the epic showdown between Dolph Lundgren and Yukari Oshima. It's a fight that, sadly, we'll probably never see in real life.
Yeah, more's the pity.
But hey, that's what imagination's for, right?
Exactly. And who knows, maybe someday someone will make a movie about it.
And that's an idea I can get behind. But until then, we'll just have to keep debating and theorizing.
Always fun to do that.
Absolutely. And, you know, it really makes you appreciate the incredible diversity of fighting styles out there.
Yep. And how the underdog can sometimes come out on top.
You got that right. So, listeners, what do you think? Who wins in your book? Let us know in the comments.
We'd love to hear your thoughts.
And until next time, keep those hypothetical fight cards coming.
And keep training.
You know it.
See ya.
See ya, yeah.